You know what's tiresome about the Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 community? Whining, complaining, everything that beats them is broken. So today I'm going to be doing a lengthy discussion on the Dragon Ball community. So get ready.
All I do is win, 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 no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough. And every time I step up in the building, everybody hands go up, and they stay there. I am perfection. I am perfection. I am perfection. I am perfection. I am perfection.
Okay, so I guess the first thing that I need to go ahead and discuss is the freezing. Now, obviously, this is the only main combat issue that needs to be fixed in the game. A lot of people are picking out little nitpicky stuff that they feel is the reason that's beating them, and that's not how you conduct a beta. That's not how you report information for a beta. So I'm going to do it the right way, and hopefully people know how, the decorum of how they should report problems on a beta. So like I said, the only problem that I really saw on the beta through different people's videos, I've watched some JRZ saying videos, unfortunately. I've watched a couple of other people in the community, and the constant issue that I saw was the characters freezing on screen. Now, I didn't experience that, but I've been seeing it, and I feel like they're gonna go ahead and fix that, since that was a issue at TGS and it's been an issue in the beta. So I don't really see them fouling up and leaving this major issue left in the game unchecked. Another thing is giant Namekians. Now, you know how I feel about certain characters. I don't think any character is OP. I just think of them as an obstacle to overcome. Now, with that being said, I feel like giant Namekians are okay. They have their niche when they transform, but you can easily vanish out of their melee, and you can hit them with assault rain. So the only bad thing about them is that they're forcing you to have a particular move in your arsenal to combat giant Namekians. So you can just throw assault rain on them. They're no big deal. They're easily dispatched. So I don't know why the community is already whining when they don't know the entire roster of moves that can easily take out a giant Namekian in one go. So like I said, with that being said, those are the only two issues that I feel like they need to be looking at. That's gonna lead me into the next part of this video: why the developers should not take a lot of these Dragon Ball tubers seriously. Okay, so like I said in the last segment, we were going to be discussing why the community needs to be ignored. Every video that I sit down and watch where people are discussing what needs to be changed in the beta, it's the same thing. It's like they make a list of things that beat them in PvP, and that's what they're gonna suggest, and that's not how a beta test is supposed to go. Like, they're just sitting up there trying to have the game tailor-made for their play style, instead of objectively thinking about what's gonna be better for the overall creation. And like, I've seen some people like Code Sly. I like Code Sly's content. I watch his channel a lot because he has a lot of interesting things to say. But like, he was just dissecting the demo, and it's like he sat there and just made a list of things that were beating him, or things that were making combat tougher for him. And all the while. Like, he was whining about the new Kamehameha cancel. And I'm like, dude, you make good videos. Why are you sitting up here whining about this when you know that if they put this move in the game, and I'm not going to name it, but they put the move in the game after they took away Kamehameha cancel. So obviously they want some kind of move to be low-key a secret cancel. Like, you know, something that the more hardcore players are going to pick up on. Therefore, they're going to utilize it. And, you know, that's going to be sort of like dividing the tier of players. People who are knowledgeable about their moves and other people who really don't know and don't have a clue. So every video he's making, it's like, this needs to be nerfed. That needs to be nerfed. And, of course, you have Rhyme Style. That needs to be nerfed. This needs to be nerfed, because I can see that it's going to be harder for me to look good against a couple of people. So that needs to be nerfed. That needs to be nerfed. And that is not what a beta is about. Not about getting moves nerfed. You guys aren't even playing in practice mode. You don't even have practice mode yet, which you whine for. But that's where you're supposed to sit down and figure out how to beat certain techniques. Not try to have developers hold your hands and nerf everything that's making a match a little bit too tough for you. That's what I don't like. Every YouTuber, JRZ saying, Afro, everyone just pitching in and whining about moves and techniques that are beating them and making them look bad. So this is where I say that the developers need to just get to the point where they ignore the community. Like, I feel like the community should only have input on content. Like, if you want character XYZ in the game, then yeah, you can ask for it, and you can have a overwhelming amount of fan support and hopefully get that certain character in the game. That's where I feel like the feedback needs to stop. Like, characters, maps, features, like maybe if you want the ability to play any BGM in Conton City because the music there is annoying, you know, stuff like that. But gameplay and mechanics, unless there's a game-breaking glitch like the invisible combo glitch, you know, aka the freezing glitch, people should not have input on how the game is played. Just play the game, and if you don't like it, if you're getting your butt beat at it, don't play it anymore. Just quit. Don't do any more videos on it anymore. That's how I feel about it, and it's really been irritating me. Okay, so in conclusion, I feel like the community needs to just unite on that one major issue about characters freezing on screen and, you know, doing phantom combos. I feel like if you have a community divided, trying to get their personal list fixed, like problems that really aren't problems, then you're gonna bombard the developers and nothing is gonna get fixed. Like, the only issue that was major in the beta that really needed to be addressed was the freezing. That was the only thing. All the gameplay was fine. All the new supers were fine. It's just people can't stand there being good moves in the game. Things that aren't to their curtail. You know, things not to their liking. I feel like those people need to be ignored, like I said. But those are the things that need to happen. Community uniting on the freezing issue, spamming their inboxes, and hopefully that gets fixed before release. Also, I hope the rage quit penalty sticks around. I'm glad, because people who used to stealth rage quit just enough not to get the red name, now your BP gets reset to 0 automatically. And we don't have to hear, well, we're gonna have to hear stories about how earthquakes happen and natural disasters that cause their power to go out right as they were playing Xenoverse 2 online. But that BP is gonna be reset, and I'm glad, and I hope that sticks around, and I hope they find a way to implement that even better. So with all that being said, I've been your perfect being, the TheSuperitachi, bringing you another Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 discussion video. And of course, if you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and turn on those notifications so you know when my videos go up. Follow me on Twitch, Twitter as well, and I'll see you next time.